Hello everybody, this is Jacob Hiller. You might know me from the Jump Manual, and this is going out to the subscribers of Joe Hashey's channel. And I've been subscribed to Joe Hashey's channel for quite some time now, and I've always been impressed by how brutal he is, and by how innovative he is, and as well as how dedicated and downright crazy some of the followers of Joe Hashey are. So anyways, here I am. Behind me you can see the Coliseum, and I thought that might be appropriate since I think of a lot of the things that Joe does as something a gladiator might need to do in order to train for bears or lions or goats or whatever it is that they might be fighting inside of that Coliseum. But anyways, what we're going to talk about today is something that I very rarely stray from this topic, and that is increasing your vertical leap. And I wanted to give you guys something today that you could put into use immediately. You not have to wait months and months for the training effect to take place. So, what we're going to talk about is how you can add 2 to 3 inches to your vertical leap, or even more, in the next couple minutes. So we're going to talk about taking off from one leg. Now, one of the techniques that you need to know for taking off from one leg is called the penultimate step. I also like to call it the trampoline effect. And basically what this involves is the second to last step, and that's the step right before you plant. If you largen that step a little bit, what it's going to do is it's going to drop your center of gravity slightly. And this allows you to load your body more quickly so that the final step, which is slightly shorter, raises your center of gravity. So that lowering and then the raising of your center of gravity gets your body going upwards before you take off. And this additional boost in upward momentum makes it easier for you to propel yourself into the air. Now, this is not something new, perhaps, although in basketball and other sports it's not used nearly as much as it is in track and field for, say, triple jump, long jump, and high jump. Why is that? Well, that's because in triple jump, long jump, and high jump, you know what your steps are. You know exactly how many steps you're going to take, and you know how you want to take off. With a sport like football, soccer, or basketball, the steps are going to be variable, and so is the length of that second to last step. So you need to be able to do that intuitively. And I'm going to show you a couple videos that demonstrate how other athletes are already doing that intuitively, okay? Now, last thing I want to add to that is, if you reach for your last step, what you're going to be doing is breaking your momentum. So you don't want to reach for that last step. You want to keep your feet underneath you and propel yourself upwards into the air, rather than reaching out, which is going to break your momentum and give you poor leverage for propelling yourself upwards, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple videos that show you exactly how that's done and dictate a little bit how you might want to do this. However, for those of you who are interested in more tips like this, or actually seeing exercises for developing this skill, you can download our free report, which is right down below. It's called How to Jump Higher in 45 Minutes, the workbook, and that's my free gift to you. So anyways, just keep doing what you're doing. It's amazing. I'm going to keep watching Joe's channel as well and see what he's up to and using the information that he's giving out. So I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, I want to give you a couple examples here. Let's take a look at Vince Carter throwing it down from the free throw line. Nice, a little slow-mo. Sorry about the quality. Now let's take a look at it a second time around and look at the steps. That is his second to last step in red, and the green one is his last step. And you can see how his foot's right underneath him. You can also see the difference in length from that first to the second to last step. Now let's watch it one more time. Keep that in mind. There's that real long step, and the shortened one, foot right underneath him, pops him up into the ground. Remember, you want that foot underneath you so that when you extend it, you're throwing yourself upwards and not breaking yourself or slowing yourself down. Let's take another look at the long jump. Olympic long jumper here. Bam! He goes way. That's a long. I don't know what the measure is. Let's look at it in slow-mo and take a look at the last 2 steps. Look at how he really has a long second to last step and a very short last step. Look how short that is. His leg is right underneath him as well, and he's really popping his hips at the last at that last step. Short and then long and then very short, right after the other. Now a little LeBron James action from the free throw line, in the middle of the game. Love it. Look at that. Second to last step is a little longer than the last step. He's doing it naturally, and it's popping him up. Look at where he plants right underneath him and just takes off. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration of how you can use your second to last step together a little additional upward momentum and gain a little vertical instantly to your leap. Also, hope you also understood how you can keep your foot underneath you so you can drive your momentum upwards. I can't tell you how many athletes I've worked with who reach for that last step and it ends up wobbling their knee right at that takeoff moment. So I want you to be able to get the maximum out of this. If you want more of this stuff, we can also use the same effect for 2-foot jumping. And there's about 15 pages worth of this stuff you can implement into your vertical right now. No waiting. Of course, there's a lot of things you can do long term, but these are the things you can do right now to get a little bit more. You can download the manual again underneath here in the description, and I hope to hear from you and talk to you soon.